this cycle, not knowing exactly what would happen. And actually, it proved to be an adventurous experience. Recording this music is an incredible experience and renewing experience for your personality as a musician as a whole, because he is so maybe the most emblematic composer as a figure, but also with so many cliches about him. And I was interested to get out of the box with all those cliches. It's an incredible journey because I don't know of any other composer who took one genre, the sonata form, and transformed it so much within one lifetime. It's almost impossible to imagine that somebody could do that. But not only that, at the same time as he was doing that, the instrument was changing more than it ever changed before or after, because the piano had just been invented as Beethoven started to write for piano. If you think of the first pianos that he had witnessed, they were sounding almost like harpsichords. And if you think of the Broadwood, the last Broadwood that he ever had, it had the range of, finally, the range of the actual modern keyboards. There is a kind of dream about the potentiality of the piano. One of the first, if not the first ever shock with classical music, that's how I discovered it, was my grandmother playing the Pathétique Sonata. I didn't even know that my grandmother was a musician. And suddenly we moved to a house with a piano, and she sat down and played the slow movement of the Pathétique. I think from that moment I had a lot of curiosity about Beethoven. Of course, it would be marvelous to have a recording of how she played it. And who knows, maybe that influenced me a lot. Everything he did with the sonata form was, it expanded, it took so many directions that all the German composers after him were reluctant to write sonatas because they didn't know how they could, cope with it. Evolve that much with one genre in one's lifetime is just amazing. It's amazing that this man could do this with, of course, a very limited sense of hearing. I think what's really incredible about the last three sonatas is the ability of Beethoven to go to the past and the future at the same time. In Opus 111, he takes a genre which he has exploited a lot, the theme and variations, and goes to the extreme with that. it's very difficult to describe the feeling at the end of 111, because maybe it's the work that ends in the most, despite all these novelties in it, in the most modest, this kind of disappearing, disintegrating crescendo. You just feel like you're ready to start everything again. All these physical and emotional terms are left out when you finish. You are in the realm of maybe pure spirituality, and that's what's really enriching about this.